What's up? So hey, and welcome to Jeremy Cantor's Ohio Prospecting. And today we're not at the river, we're in my basement. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys some other cool stuff other than the tub that the boys filled up for me. I'll show you guys something else that I made for the trips to come here soon. So let me take you on over there and show you guys what I got going on. And here we go. I've made a 3-inch power jet for the 3-inch water pump that Joe gave me a while back. Finally got that all accomplished. Yeah. Now I just need 2 hoses and I got to get a mat still. And I'm going to order a 10-inch by 36-inch mat for this one. I know I should probably make it wider, but you know, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. But I think this should work pretty dang good. And I know what you guys are thinking. Is that going to hold up that plus that heavier engine? Yes, it will actually. And if you guys are that concerned about it, I will actually take either 4 buckets or 4 smaller Rubbermaids and ratchet strap them to the sides of these pontoons. Just so that way I have a little bit more buoyancy to it and a little bit of storage space. That would be nice. So yeah, let me get you guys set up and let's get this water filled up so we can get that running. Be back with you guys in a minute. Okay, so as soon as I turn this on here, I'm going to have to start running pretty quickly because I do get a little bit of water that comes down around the backside and goes down. And yeah, it doesn't matter. The floor's got a pretty good drainage system over on the other side, so it could go on the floor. It just goes down that way and flows into the drain anyway. So let's get busy. Let the gravel build up a little bit, give me a little bit of a barrier to hold some of this back. Because they did classify it, but my classifier needs repaired on the one side. The zip ties done wore off. So they've been allowing some of this bigger gravel to fall through. Which no biggie. Just gets a good wash. Yeah, trying to fix the problem of that leak. Coming running down this side, and then it comes spraying over the side, and then it comes down the back and runs down that way. But it's fine. I can always put a little bit of extra water in there, but we ain't going to have to put extra water in. The more material you put in, the more the water volume comes up anyhow. But when I go to change out that bin down there, after it fills up some, and I'm pretty curious to see what's in this. You know, the boys had cleaned up the areas that I had picked out for them. And this is a total of 5 half classified buckets of material. Yeah, leaf. We'll wash that leaf off real good, make sure nothing's stuck to it. I'll show you guys some of this material after I get this ran down a little bit. There's a pretty good amount of it getting caught up here. But there is a good amount of just sand and little gravel that seems to be going through. Boys did a pretty good job of collecting this up. Oh yeah, it's like grenades. Prospecting in the basement. Oh, that's pretty cool. Big old rusty nail. Throw that down in the bucket. I'll throw everything in the bucket. A piece of metal. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the water's stopping leaking, so we'll keep running, and I'll check that bucket in there, see how high up the sand's coming on it. We'll have to empty that bucket out in a minute. And I'll probably take a store freight whenever that happens. Get that cleaned out, get it back in there, get the water all adjusted back up. How's it doing down in there? Not too bad. Let's see how that's doing down there. Oh yeah, we're good for that. Lots of gravels in here. Yeah, that's the problem with this little electric pump is it doesn't really keep up with this mat that great. So I gotta assist it down here a little bit every once in a while because it takes a higher gallon per hour pump to actually run these mats really good. So that's why I've been using the gas pump out on the creeks a lot more. That, and I think that old pump's starting to wear down. So, yep. So I have that. And maybe with all so I don't bore you guys that much with all my talking, I'll actually do a time lapse here. I'll try to keep it short so that way I ain't running it too long. I don't like running that long. Just 30 seconds to a minute sometimes. I used to run them much longer, but I see that they do a lot better when I run them shorter. So, yeah, let's get you guys on over to time lapse and be right back.
That alarm clock keeps going off. Looks like I'm gonna be late again. Jump in my car, thing won't start. Gonna have to call up a friend. It's another long day at a job I hate, and man, I just can't wait. So take a drink if you're working that 9 to 5 with some overtime just to get by. So take a drink if it's finally payday. You got some spare change and it's Friday and it feels so good. As you drive up to the bank, take a drink if you're heading out.
And check this out. This is something that you don't see every day. Look at this. This piece of like iron ore or something. And it's got what looks like lead on this side. Hold on, I'll take it under this light a little bit better. See if I can focus it. There we go. Yeah. Huh. Pretty neat. Okay, so I've ran that much down so far. The container's looking like it's pretty full, and I felt down in there with my hand and it feels like it's about 3/4 of the way full, which is good enough. I got to get it out of there and take it outside and dump it. I'm going to start a container outside where I can take all my tailings and dump them out and recirculate them and recirculator like at a later date sometime, or store them up for a while and then do that or something like that. We'll figure it out. But I do like to come up with stuff like that. So yeah, let me get that emptied out. then I'll get you guys fired back up. Be back with you guys. So I've ran it down that much more and the container's full again. And I still got a little bit left from the last time I cleaned it out. I got to take that outside and go dump it. That's what I'm just going to do with it for now. Just dump it in the front yard. That's what I did with the other bucket. So at least I'm filling up a hole that I keep making from turning around my car in the yard. So, okay. We'll fill it up with tailings. Be right back. All right, so I got everything all ran through the high banker, using it as a recirculator. So now I just got to get everything out of the mats all cleaned up. Before I do that, I got to empty out all the sand in there again. And I got more in the bucket over here. And it's getting pretty late. It's like 12:41, something like that. And yeah, I got to get the presents underneath the tree. So yeah, let me get this all cleaned up. Then I'll get it over to the cleanup sluice, and I'll probably have to run that in the morning after the kids open their presents, since this is going to be a Christmas Day video anyway. So I'll see you guys in the morning. And here we are back at my cleanup sluice portion of the show. I've got it all right here in the bin, getting ready to classify it down, put the bigs over there. Then I'll take all the smalls, run it through the cleanup sluice. So let me get that running, and I'll be right back with you guys in just a minute. Well, as you can see, I am nowhere near done. I only had just this little bit that I took out of here, and man, these boys, they're going to outdo me. Look at this piece. My God. Nice. That's 3 times in, but here's all the way out. That's a nice piece. These boys are going to outdo me, and there's a lot of nice little fine up in there too. Man, I pointed out the spots, but this is all them. That's great. Nice. I can't wait to get this all cleaned up. That's exciting. Look at that piece. Good job, boys. And how did the boys do in their 5.5 buckets full? Well, sorry, 5 half buckets. Not 5.5. 5 half buckets. They did pretty darn good. And look at that piece, man. I still can't believe that. Man, they really need to start coming out and really helping out a lot more. Regardless, they were digging in spots that I pointed out to them. But I think I know which side this actually came from during the high flood video, because that's the spot where I think the bigger gold might be laying around at. Not too bad. And Merry Christmas, y'all. Y'all have a good night. See you out on the next one.